Hello, my Yoni Pearl video viewers. I know it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to, but the important thing is here I am, and I am back with this video on what to do if your Yoni Pearl gets stuck. So, you may have come to my channel because of my, I guess you could call it a story time, about how when I was first starting to use Yoni pearls, one of my pearls got stuck. And so I kind of took you through like the whole story of how I eventually got it out, but like it took a couple days. And that video was wildly popular, and quite honestly, the reason I made it, because I actually looked at Yoni Pearl videos before deciding to get into pearls, and when I got my pearl stuck, I wanted to see if there were videos to tell me how to get it unstuck, and those videos were surprisingly lacking, so I just went ahead and made one, told the story of what I did. It wasn't intended to be a tutorials per se, but it was intended to help people if they were looking for something. And quite honestly, it was a video I recorded off the cuff right before I was about to head out and go to the airport. I was about to take a trip, and yeah, so just did it without thinking. Thank you guys for all of your comments under the video, all of the likes. There were a few rude people who were like, I don't know, whatever, who cares, they don't matter. Literally, it's been like 5 people or less, and some dislikes, but again, I don't care, engagement's engagement, right? Whatever. So I wanted to come back because there are some great comments under that video and some great information. If you're looking for suggestions, not just my suggestions, but other people are talking about how they basically doing what I did. They're commenting saying they got their pearls stuck. I give them some ideas, and then, you know, they'll come back and tell me, oh, well, I got it unstuck this way or whatever. So there are some ideas that aren't mine that other people tried and it worked for them, like doing a Yoni steam, which I'll get into that in a second. But I just wanted to make a real thorough, well, we'll see how thorough it is, but I wanted to make a legit reference video where you can come, you can see what worked for me, just like get straight to it, and you can hear about some of these other consolidated tactics that other people have used. I do suggest that you go back to that original story time video and read the comments, because there are some great suggestions that I may have missed, and just like a whole wealth of experiences from other women. So, okay, what to do if your Yoni pearl gets stuck. If you're coming over here from that video, you will notice that every time someone leaves a comment saying they got their pearl stuck, the first thing I say is try to relax. Number 1, try to relax. Stay calm. Freaking out isn't gonna do a whole lot, and you will find that generally in like very urgent emergency situations as well as this one. Honestly, getting your Yoni pearl stuck is something that usually can wait a little while. Like, it's not something you have to remedy right that second, typically, unless you've got pain or like bleeding or something unusual going on, in which case you should go to the ER. And let me say, I'm not discouraging anyone from going to the ER or going to the doctor or whatever. If you feel like, okay, I just need professional help, by all means do that. If you've got some bad symptoms going on, just like health concerns, please go to the doctor, go to the ER, use teledoc, call your primary care person, whatever resources you have, do that if you feel it's necessary. Or if you've just got so much anxiety, you don't want to wait, whatever. It's really not worth stressing out over, but in general, in most cases, you can wait like a day or two and like try to work it out, and you know, but yeah, number 1 is try to stay calm. So the reason I say, in addition to what I just said, like it's not usually a life or death situation, the practical reason behind staying calm, other than avoiding raising your blood pressure, is you need those muscles to be as relaxed as possible. And the primary reason your pearl gets stuck, or the primary reason you have trouble getting your pearl out if it does get stuck, because let's face it, if it got stuck, either the string got lost in there, or you didn't unravel it in the first place, or somehow maybe you cut it too short, or maybe you had a pearl with a really loose string, which I have yet to encounter. But anyway, you want those muscles to relax as much as possible. Now, if you're within like the first day of inserting that pearl, it's gonna be tight probably. And really, that's why I always say give it to day 2, give it to day 3 even. And honestly, like, you should just like let the pearl run its course. If you're on day 1 and you can't find it, just let the pearl run its course, because it's gonna loosen up on day 3. But day 1, I find that it's usually too tight. And there are a couple of reasons I've had to like try to go back up there. Number 1, the first time being when, or really the second set of pearls I used, being, you know, because the pearl got stuck, and subsequent times because I've been trying different methods of using Yoni pearls, and sometimes I'll try to, you know, do it one at a time and insert a new pearl the second day, and find that it's really hard to like put anything in there. So that's why I say just like let it run its course. If it hasn't, relax. It's gonna be tight, it's gonna be hard to get up there, and the drawing effect is what makes it more difficult for you to find your pearl. So that's completely normal. If you can't, you know, like whatever, it hasn't gone anywhere, just relax. 9 times out of 10 it hasn't gone anywhere. There's only so many places it can go, like, yeah, and I won't even say what I'm thinking. Yeah. So number 1 is relax. Number 2, the easiest way to try to search for it is with your finger, obviously, because, you know, you can feel with your finger. So if you're going to do that, again, relax, relax, relax. Think of relaxing. What I tried and what really worked for me was squatting. You might want to try different body positions, but for me it was, and I tried a few, but it might be different for everyone depending on where your pearl gets stuck, like what position inside it gets stuck in. But yeah, squatting, like getting as low to the ground as possible, and then gently bearing down with your internal, with your Kegel muscles, basically, and using your finger gently, 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 especially if you got nails, because you don't want to scratch inside the delicate tissue, but just like gently and patiently feel around, because you may be touching the pearl and not even know it, because, you know, it could be covered in moisture and it starts to feel like the tissue, you know, the inside or whatever. If it's covered in moisture, if it's drawing out some tissue, it could have like a layer of like some dead tissue it's drawing out, and maybe you don't realize it's the pearl you're feeling. So just be patient, be very present and mindful of what you're doing, and feel around gently, slowly, even be patient. So squatting is what worked for me. You might want to try to bear down and apply some pressure. That's what worked for me ultimately. I think I started feeling the pearl on the second day. I couldn't really move it because of the drawing effect, but I felt better knowing that I could feel it because I knew where it was. And then at that point I would just like try to like maneuver it like a 2 or 3 times the second day, and then maybe the third day just like spend some time maneuvering it until it started to move. And then finally by like the third day it shifted from the right more toward the center, and it took a minute, but I had to be patient, but I could just like work it down with my finger. So that's using your finger. So another approach you may want to try is, and I don't know, so I actually tried this, I think I tried this. I did try this. I don't know how, and there are people in the comments who tried it as well. For me, it didn't work how I thought it would work in my head, but maybe it helped. That approach is go, like if you've got your first pearl and it gets stuck, or your second pearl even, go ahead and insert another pearl like on the next day. And that pearl could potentially draw the stuck pearl down. I thought it was gonna draw the pearl out, but it didn't. But it may very well have shifted it more toward the center, or like dislodged it a little bit. So I will go ahead and recommend that. Just make sure you don't get the second pearl stuck. But yeah, You may want to try inserting, if you're doing them one at a time, or if you're on your test pearl, insert another pearl. You can put up to 3 pearls in you at once. I don't think that's a bad idea. So yeah, that's pretty straightforward. Just like try it, see if it works for you. Let me know in the comments. So another approach is one that came from a commenter on my other video, and that is doing a Yoni steam. So this person actually talked to a naturopath, I think. And naturopath being a person who works with herbs and herbal medicines and things like that. And they suggested that they do a Yoni steam, and in theory, I think it did. So that person said that it worked for them instantly. So that may be something you want to try if you're just freaking out. I'll tell you really quickly how you can do your own DUI Yoni steam. I just started steaming at home for the first time just like a couple weeks ago. But so in theory, I think the Yoni steam works because it's adds moisture to the pearl, and I think the pearl gets kind of like heavier and drops lower as it absorbs moisture, whether it's your body's moisture or like the moisture from the steam. And that's why I think things kind of work better. Like you're more likely to find it toward the 3rd day versus the 1st day, because it's just like absorbed more and probably like expanded a little bit and loosened up and whatever. Just easier to locate for those reasons. But yeah, do the steam. So the steam, now, okay, I know that if you go to like a Korean spa, there's a certain ingredient that they put in the steam to tighten. You don't want to do that if you're trying to steam to get your pearl out, because the last thing you want is more tightness, and that's going to keep the pearl like in there further and blah, 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 blah. And that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to get it out. So do your steam, add some herbs if you want to. Maybe you can do just like a pure steam. Just watch the temperature, whatever you do, don't burn yourself, obviously. And very quickly, easy ways you can steam at home. So I have like one of those campers seats that people like when they go camping, they use. It's like a toilet seat essentially that's like on kind of like a stool type stand, like a folding stand. And I put that over a pot of boiling water with herbs in it. There's certain herbs you can steam with. You can buy bulk herbs, or you can actually buy like a Yoni steam package of like pre-mixed herbs. Some people, they very popularly sell the plastic seat that you put inside your toilet. That really grosses me out. Obviously, you're supposed to clean the toilet first, and then like you pour boiling water in a pan that fits in over the inside the toilet and holds the water. You sit over that. You sit on that. I don't want to do that because it's kind of gross. I don't want to, yeah, just like steaming from my toilet, just like, ugh. So yeah, there are several other makeshift options. They do sell Yoni steam seats that you can get on Etsy. Some of the companies that actually sell the Yoni steam herbs do sell seats as well. But again, I usually see just like the plastic toilet thing. So there's one other option. Oh, so actually like if you have to be careful, but like you can actually just fill the pot with water and like kneel over it. But regardless what you do, you're gonna have to cover, like drape a blanket around your waist, really like 2 blankets, to trap the steam in so that you can have a good steam for like 30 minutes or so. And yeah, basically that's how you can steam at home. Steaming was suggested by a naturopath to get the pearl to come down immediately. So like, I know it worked for one person. I haven't had any more pearls stuck, so I haven't tested it out with the pearl in, but please do by all means try it and let me know if it works for you. So yeah, I think that was like the 4th suggestion. I'm counting them but not really counting them, so let's call this next one number 5. Number 5, just go ahead and go to the ER. Like I would suggest you go to the ER if you're panicking and just can't take it anymore. If it's beyond the 3rd day, if it's the 3rd day, like the end of 3 days, and like you can't get it out by any means. Yeah, like any other reason, if like as I said at the beginning of the video, if you have any like unusual symptoms, beyond, like, you may get some, you're gonna get some discharge probably, as long as it's not, well, you're gonna get some discharge probably from the pearls. You're gonna get, you might get a little bit of irritation. But if you have like severe anything at all or like bleeding, go to the ER, go to your women's doctor, your clinic, any urgent care. Like, please seek medical attention if anything unusual is going on with you, if you are in doubt about anything. I chose to try to do it myself because I knew, my rationale was that I knew that I could keep the pearls in for 3 days. And so I was really upset at first, but then I just like stopped worrying about it so much, but like kept trying. It was really encouraging that like by the end of the first day, or maybe it was on the second day, I could actually feel the pearl again, even though it wouldn't move. So I just kept making contact with it gently, trying to like nudge it toward the center at least so that it would, because mine was like stuck and like pulled all the way to the right, probably drawn to some toxins or whatever. But yeah, I mean, that was always gonna be the backup plan if something went wrong with me just like trying to do it myself, waiting it out. So yeah, don't feel bad, don't be embarrassed. Tons of people are using Yoni pearls nowadays, and you may get a lecture about not putting things up there, but Yoni pearls have been used for centuries by different cultures. So as long as you're getting them from like a good source, and you're not like, I wouldn't suggest making your own in the kitchen or anything like that. Chances are you're gonna be fine. Just go listen to your lecture if that's what they do, smile and nod, whatever. Know that you made an honest mistake, and whatever, it happens. Like, I guarantee you ER people see much crazier things than Yoni pearls getting stuck. So that's it for this video, you guys. Let me know if you'd like to hear more about this topic. Actually, I do have like probably at least one other video on this topic I'm gonna make. Probably gonna do it tonight. So yeah, just like comment again. If your pearl gets stuck, feel free to comment here or on the other video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you've tried to get your pearl out if you've gotten one stuck before. And that's that on that. So I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care, be well, stay clean, stay safe, stay organized. Bye now.